All right, DJ, drop that beat.
I said, are y'all ready, Xperts? I said, are y'all ready, Xperts? Team, how y'all feel? Fired up!
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind.
These choices determine the difference between who you are and who you could be.
I never miss that fact, taking big swings, hand to the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag.
You have your own challenge, but you can make a decision. You can either make money or you can make excuses.
You have to have the willpower to pull that power tool out that's inside of you and just go for it.
There's a lot of painful stuff that happened in my practice company. The reason why I grew up this much is because I learned a lot from them. The pain might be not my fault, but my healing is my responsibility.
It was a temporary pain for a lifetime of gain.
If you don't believe in you first, you can never ask someone else to believe in you as well. This is not a fake it till you make it, guys. Stop listening to that stuff.
My name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't playing no games. I just do that.
We need a vehicle, the fastest vehicle that we could find in this industry, and that's what? Superior.
No matter what happens, there's always something to be grateful for.
After death, to be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath. I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread.
9.5 years ago, on January 22nd, 2014, a vision was born. A vision of freedom, a vision of righteousness, a vision of equality, a vision of becoming the best damn financial services company this world has ever seen.
Your belief will build your endurance. You know how you say to someone, hey, let's build your list. What 3 people would you call in the middle of the night if you got a flat tire or something like that? How many people use that line? Okay, are you that person for your people?
True greatness is shown through one's works and actions, the way in which you impact the lives of others. Greatness does not make excuses or shy away from failure. Greatness is hard, but folks, hard defines greatness. Continue to be great, Xperts.
Did my past dictate my future? So listen, I'm not worried about your current track record. I'm worried about where you're going. The past is in your head. The future is in your hands.
Woo-hoo! And grand rising, everybody, and welcome to Good Morning Xperts. I'm Troy Gandy, your index voice of inspiration, and I have the extreme pleasure of introducing to some and presenting to others the host of this morning's Pass the Ball segment. He has a reputation of being a master builder. He's a 6-figure ring earner and shareholder with Xperts Financial Group. He's known to the family as the man of courageous conversations, none other than Uncle Jock.
Great morning, great morning. Can y'all hear me loud and clear?
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
All right, all right, all right. Well, we'd like to welcome everybody to Money Making Monday. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a great show for y'all this morning. We are officially in the tip drill version of Pass the Ball. Give me 1 second real quick, because I think I might have. Okay.
Check a one, check a two, check a one, check a two.
There we go. So
Yeah.
with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, we're in the tip drill version of Pass the Ball. And I got 3 questions for y'all before we proceed. The first question is, team, how y'all feel?
Fired up.
And what's up?
My
income.
And who gets a green sheet?
Everybody gets a green sheet.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Green sheets. Everybody gets a green sheet. Get your green sheets. Everybody gets a green sheet. Get your green sheets. Everybody gets a green sheet. Get your green sheets. Everybody gets a green sheet.
I see you, Mr. Whitmore. Mr. Warner Chisney. Gail's in the house.
All right, thank you, DJ. You know I like the whole song on Mondays. It gets me going. So thank you for that, sir. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
So real quick, we're gonna jump right in. We are going to our final quarter of March Madness, baby. And when I tell you the scoreboard is heating up, man, all I keep seeing is AOAs and MBTs, AOAs and MBTs, AOAs and MBTs. So with that being said, also we had a great event that I was actually able to be one of the presenters at by Miss Takesha Carr. She had a phenomenal event. It was about 16 people there in person, and we had about 12 or 13 people online. And man, it was a great event. The atmosphere was great. The place was cool. The information was next level. And we had a lot of participation. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the ball. Hopefully she can come off mute and expound a little more, go a little deeper, so y'all can see and hear what you missed. So with that being said, I'm going to take the ball, pass it down to the Emporia area, to my sister from another Mr. None other than Superstar Takesha Carr. What you got for us?
Good morning. My hair flying. But good morning. How's everyone this morning? Yes.
Hello. Fired up.
Right back to you, gentlemen. Yes, we are indeed fired up. This event that we had over the weekend was simply amazing. I remember a couple of months ago feeling like we were stuck and trying to figure out how in the world we were going to get out of the rut. You know, every time it happens often, right? You know, you get to a space and it seems like you plateau sometimes, and it takes a while to get to the next level. So that's how this event was created. And the theme of the event was transforming information into money. We had a ton of fun. First, thank everybody for sacrificing their days to come out. We had people come from Chesapeake area, North Carolina. They were from Charlottesville. Tawana and her crew came from Maryland and Northern Virginia and Naja. We had just a phenomenal time, awesome training. Tony Burke was there. I think we reached maybe almost 30 people just because we had it on in person and we were on Zoom. So the people that were all the way in Louisiana, Alabama, they were able to join us. And that's Ms. Rita and Cynthia. We had them join us as well. So we had an absolute phenomenal time. The training was unorthodox a little bit. For those of you that like me, that know me, I hope all y'all like me, but anyway, for those of you that know me, know that I do things a little differently, and I don't necessarily care to go by just the schedule, right? We have a schedule plan, but every once in a while there comes a time when you have to deviate from the schedules to meet the needs of the people where they are. So we did have some deviation a little bit just because we found it necessary. We had some really fun activities. And you guys, when I say you build from event to event, we had 2 guests, both guests had AOAs. And when we got home that night, my team literally worked to nearly midnight. We had AOAs and NBTs coming in all the way to about 11:30 p.m. Total about 6 AOAs and maybe about 3 or 4 additional NBTs. So you guys definitely do some meetings, get some people together, and have a great time doing it. Thank you so much, Uncle Jock.
Yes. Real quick, you just said something, you know, building the event. And here's the thing. I know we're in a new day and time where a lot of things are done on Zoom, and I know some of us are still kind of 1 foot in analog, 1 foot in digital, which makes us hybrid. And I always say we're special. But one thing that kept resonating from the meeting was, dang, I'm glad we got to do this in person. It hits different when it's in person. And that's what I kept hearing from all of the people that attended. So here's the thing. One, this is an old school MLM trick. You know, we used to build from our living rooms. Don't be scared to go back to having those small informal gatherings and get-togethers with your team. Those are powerful, because what happens is you have those small get-togethers and you start to grow out of your living room, right? Then you need to go into a smaller space. Then guess what? Keep having those intimate meetings. Like we're having one at our office on April 2nd. That is Wednesday, April 2nd. We're going to be having a live in-office meeting to replace the office hours that we do virtually. We're actually going to do it live and in person. So the reason I'm saying that is that creates movement. Those types of get-togethers create the movement, creates a movement, and your business starts to explode. So, Takesha, thank you for always keeping everything hot, keeping the fire hot. And who you passing that ball to?
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I am passing the ball to a lady I have a tremendous amount of respect for. She and her husband have come in and just began to blaze a trail. Monique, darling, come on, take it away. Give us some of your great inspo this morning.
Morning. Thank you so much, Takesha. I just wanted to share this morning a word of encouragement. I just felt this when I woke up this morning, that when we say drill it till we kill it, just keep drilling it. Because this week, you know, you can get tired or whatever, but I had several calls this week, and I looked at one of the emails that I had sent this to this guy in May of 2024. And he emailed me and said, I know you were talking to me about retirement. I'm getting close to it. I need some help. I was ashamed to tell you I only have $100,000 in my retirement. And I thought about it and I said, a lot of times our clients are ashamed because they think they're in a bad position. They don't understand the help that we have. And so just keep doing it. If you've been out here drilling it, talking to people, it's going to come. So be encouraged by that. And also my activities for the week, a few weeks back when Coach Erik called somebody, I sent an email to a high school, and they invited me and Miss V to come out on Thursday to their senior day. So we'll be at school all day working that, teaching about money and doing that. This morning, I will be signing up my brother at 10:30 finally. And I did send an email out earlier last week. And I just sent it to all the people who wanted to be insurance agents last year and said, hey, you guys had called me before and said you were interested. I'm with a new company now. You know, let's see if you can, I can help you start making money, blah, blah, blah. I had 2 people call and say they want to come in. So
wow.
My thing is just not to take it personal. It's a mindset. I think it's been helping me coming on here. I don't take it personal anymore. Just keep drilling it. If you come in my house, the notary came in to sign some paperwork. Guess what? She got the presentation. So everybody, everybody gets the presentation, everybody gets the green sheet. And I just want to encourage you guys. It might not look like what you think, because I had like, I can't tell you how many applications, couldn't get them signed before the weekend was over. But guess what? They'll get signed this week. So just keep fighting, guys. We're going to do it.
I love it, love it, love it. And then, you know, one thing that you said, you know, you start to realize, just don't operate in your feelings. Don't take stuff personal. You know what I mean? That's a big nugget, ladies and gentlemen, because as we're growing and moving, the coaches and the managers, the senior managers and coaches, they're gonna lean a little bit, because everybody that shows up, look at everybody that's on this Zoom right now. We show up, y'all show up, and everybody has something in them. As a good coach is supposed to coach and develop, supposed to lead and develop, supposed to train and develop. And a lot of times you're going to be getting up close and personal. You're going to have some intimate conversations. But the thing is, don't take the stuff personal, because we all want the same win. We all want the same W. We all on the same team. So just know sometimes stuff might get heated. As long as it's being presented in love and truth, don't take it personal. So thank you for sharing with us. We got 3 people with their hand up. Who you passing that ball to?
Okay, I see the next person I hope is this lady. I don't think I've heard from her before, but I'm excited to see what she has to say. She has a beautiful smile, and her name is Miss Ferguson.
I'm sorry. Yes. Hi, Monique. Thank you. And I love your words of inspiration for us. Yes, just keep drilling, just keep staying plugged in, stay engaged. Oh my God, I have had such a great week. I'm gonna try to get it in 2 minutes. I'm gonna do my best, Jock.
Okay.
This week has been phenomenal. At meetings scheduled for different types of events and activity. But I'm so proud of Miss Carrie Crawford, who was able to bring in her daughter. I had them meet me at my house, so I did a training for Carrie, and then we signed up. I had Miss Carrie do Kenya Crawford, her daughter, her AOA, so she's now joined us. And then that was on Wednesday. By Friday, we did our first field training, and we signed up her first client. And Miss Kenya was there also to sit in on that training. So I'm so proud of these ladies. The client that we signed up was so impressed, and she had a third person who's the beneficiary on her policy there to sit in on the meeting as well. He was very impressed. So they want us to do some events and webinars and trainings for the people that are most important to them, a whole group of people. So, and then at the library that we had the field training meeting at, the person in charge there was very enthused and said, "Oh my gosh, what is this meeting all about?" And she said, "Oh, well, you need to come back to the library and do something like that for us." So Miss Carrie will be very busy along with Kenya. And then I'm so proud of my Florida leg with Nancy Rojo and Julian. They are rocking it like crazy, crazy. And so everything is just popping. We're growing. I did a presentation also, a BTO on Thursday for Nancy's team. And the guest that I had was right behind me watching me do it. So I have to do another for her. And hopefully I can get an AOA with her too. So I would like to pass the ball to.
Hold on, Jacqueline. We ain't letting you off that easy. So you said a whole lot of things, right? But the one thing that I want to pick up on is the importance of, hold on, let me come off camera. The importance of staying in the car, because you might be in the car just like when you're in the car for real, and nothing's going on. You know how you might ride with somebody and you got to just sit in the car and you're waiting and nothing's happening, nothing's happening. But Jacqueline, you stayed in the car long enough to experience a pop, and then another pop, and then more pops. And then before you know it, your business starts taking this popcorn effect, and you can't even stop it. It starts to do stuff on its own. So apply that pressure, ladies and gentlemen, and talk to people, talk to people, talk to people. You know, you start talking, you use words like, I forgot, I should have wrote it down, but like, your business is popping, you know, your business is booming. So just keep staying in the car, ladies and gentlemen. Eric has a saying he's gonna follow up. He might introduce it today that goes with staying in the car, but I'm not gonna steal his thunder. I'm gonna let him roll it out. But stay in the car, ladies and gentlemen. Stay in the car. Who you passing that ball to, Jacqueline?
I just want everybody to say hello to Kenya. She's on the line. And Miss Carrie, can y'all just whoop, whoop, whoop?
Hey,
Welcome,
Kenya.
Kenya, Miss Carrie.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Yay, yay, yay.
Welcome.
And
Thank
who
you.
you passing that ball to,
I
Jacqueline?
see Miss Siobhan Bowen. I love this lady. I love her energy. I love her commitment to this industry and everything else that she's got going on. 57,000 things, 57,000 degrees, 57,000 avenues of everything. Oh, Siobhan, come talk to us, sweetie.
Well, thank you so much, Miss Jacqueline. I appreciate you. Great morning to everybody. So I just wanted to come share some of my activities that I've had this week. One, first shout out to Eric and Darren Goka for coming on a call, and they actually killed it. Like I'll be so impressed with those calls when I just hear them talking about all this insurance stuff that's above my head. And I in my spirit, I feel like when they're speaking facts and truth. And sometimes the other people be so stumbled. It's pure laughter to me. But thank you so much, Eric, for being available and coming on. For all my money making activities, I went to a job housing placement center this weekend, and I was so excited because these people have to come in and actually pick up a check. And I connected with the guy who I went previously at the ARC. And when I connected with him, he was like, "I want you to come to my job placement." When I tell you all, it was probably about 30 people who I got their numbers for. And then the people who work there, I got all of their information as well. So this week is going to be extremely busy. I'm super excited. Don't know how it's going to transform into March Madness, but I feel something really good is about to pop off. In addition to that, right now, I'm looking at my desk. I just said to myself, it doesn't matter. And I always do this, but now I'm on another whole aggression. This is my 5th week. They have not called us back to work. So I'm on a whole different level. And with that being said, everywhere I have been going, and I'm also pushing my team to do the exact same thing as I'm doing. I'm just asking people, do you got insurance? Like literally, I was at the smoothie place. My daughter was on the line and the girl thought I was tripping. She took my order. I was like, by the way, ma'am, I just want to know if you have insurance. And she said no. And when I tell y'all, even if we put these people, unfortunately, if they only couldn't afford term, give them something. Like don't allow us just to be stuck on one thing. Like, because they can literally pay $10 or $15. I asked one of my girlfriends, I was like, help me understand, you laid off right now. I said, but I see you getting your nails done. I see you living this life. You laid off. You told me no the first time because you didn't want to get the insurance. Do you got insurance right now? She said, no. I said, you got 5 kids. Help me understand why you don't have insurance. I said, if you can get these done, you can pay $10 or $20. She was like, Siobhan, call me tomorrow at 10 o'clock. So it's really that simple, right? So we just got to make it simple. And we stop putting these barriers over ourselves, whereas we can't go forward and ask these people. Just ask the question. It's going to be yes or no. If you do, cool. If you don't, let me talk to you. We need to have a conversation and pass out your card. So those are my money making.
Ho. We got to pull over. Because this thing is hot. So first you started off by humbly saying, thank you to Darren and Eric because they did a powerful call for you, right? You had if I'm not mistaken, you had $1 million earner possibly from WFG, and you called in the troops. And one thing you're gonna find out, ladies and gentlemen, when you get those high-level 3-way calls, take notes because it's like watching poetry in motion. Because the way that Eric and Darren operate, they form and frame the picture so smooth that you really can't argue with the facts that they bring. Most of the time, people just humbly bow out and they be in their feelings as to why they can't really move. So that's the first thing. Second thing, you're starting to become very, very good, Siobhan at getting in front of people. Y'all hear we keep saying, get in front of people. Put yourself in front of groups, audiences. You collected 30 plus numbers, you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to be calling people like crazy.
Yep.
And the other thing is, I don't know if y'all caught this, probably two of my highest or biggest application writers in my agency are Siobhan and Lacey. Both of them have a similar skill set. Guess what it is? They don't say too much. She just said she was in the line and she just asked the lady, hey, do you have insurance? Didn't say nothing else after that. Didn't keep going on and regurgitating. And she just said, you got insurance. That sparked the conversation. Now, guess what? Possible multiple green sheets on the mom and the children. And like you said, don't box yourself in. If you're not selling high ticket items, remember, we have policies for what? As low as $1 to $2 a day. So great job, Siobhan. I just wanted to unpack that stuff because that was some good stuff right there. Who you passing that ball to?
Well, thank you. So these two T's are really tough. So I'm just gonna go to her. I saw her hand up for the longest. So without further ado, I want this powerful young lady to come on. She's always laying nuggets. She's always putting it down. So without further ado, Miss Trish, come forward with your powerhouse self.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Miss Siobhan Bowman, the lady with so many hearts. Thank you very much. Thank you, Uncle Jack. Thank you to all the village. This is a team of villagers. I'm so honored to be on this call every morning. The day we stop learning, we stop growing. So I have a team member, I would say a team member that joined me this last Friday. Like I give my testimony about the prophetic prayer breakfast we did at the church. And this young lady, I follow up with her on Friday as promised. And she joined our business. She's on call. I just want everybody to say shout out to Mahisha Bride. Mahisha, if you can come up mute and just say hi to this village.
Good morning, everybody.
Welcome,
Good morning.
welcome.
Welcome,
Good
welcome.
morning. Morning.
Welcome.
Uh-oh, Trish, you still there?
Yes, I am here. Mahisha, are you there to say hi to the family here?
Hi. Hello, family. Hello. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, a little bit.
Yes, I had an amazing meeting with Trish on Friday. It started at 9 and ran into the afternoon. We actually had breakfast and lunch. And we had an amazing conversation. She laid everything out for me, answered all my questions, and I'm really excited. I jumped on board. I already have Trish, my daughter, was actually out of town. She's landing back in Texas tonight and waiting to hear all about it so we can get her signed up. And we also have a meeting tonight because I had another person that was getting her license. And so Trish and I are going to meet with her tonight.
Cool,
Awesome.
cool.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Welcome to the family, and you are in great hands with Trish. She is one of the best leaders in the company. So she definitely, like I said, you're in good hands.
Absolutely. I'm glad to be here and good to meet everybody. Look forward to getting to know everybody.
All right. So Trish, who are you passing that ball to?
All right. I see Tiffany Tyler, the lady with incredible, oh my goodness, great nuggets. She always drop it very hard. So without wasting much time, Sister Tiffany, take it over, sis.
Good morning, team.
Good morning.
I am so fired up.
Good morning.
We are in the last week of March Madness, baby, and just know we marching. We marching. First of all, I want to congratulate Miss Letitia Howell. She passed her exam on Friday. Y'all give it up for her. That is so good. Yes. Congratulations, Letitia. Also, I attended 3 events yesterday. I went to church, of course. I left church early and I told my mom, let's ride to Virginia Beach. My cousin was having a baby shower and all I could see was insurance. So got there full of young people, full of old people, all mixture. They gave me the mic. And I said, I am so happy to welcome Legacy into this world. But I want to ask you all a question. Who does not have life insurance in this building? The room got quiet, like, who the hell is this lady? So my cousin said, hey, she had this conversation all the time. Y'all just be honest with her because she's going to come to each table. Man, I got so many phone numbers yesterday. So that's part of my money-making activities for this week. Also, I'm doing an event in Portsmouth, Virginia this week. I am a guest speaker on the panel for insurance. So I'm going to be doing a lot. I completed 3 AOAs. Congratulations, Keisha, for that awesome training you gave us on Saturday. It was so informative, and we learned so much. Thank you for everything that you do for us. And also, we learned a new way of not to be upset because the green sheet is going to correct you at all times. Yeah. And I had that happen to me. So those are my money-making activities. I am pulling about what my goals were for the month of March, and I'm super excited for that. Hopefully, I'll be announced as SM for this March Madness, baby. And I'm full of gas. So y'all don't get in my way. Don't get in my way, because we got the pedal all the way to the floor. I'm just saying, y'all come on, let's make this team effort. Y'all need help. We are here. Phones are ringing. Don't try to do it alone, because it's not going to work if you can't start from point A. You got to get over to point B, and it's from the help. It's from the help. Remember, the help. And this is our team. The team does help. We're not greedy. We don't want it all to ourselves. Split something. Ask questions. So that's all I got to say, Troy. I'm not going to run over to this 2-minute thing because I know it's Eric's time.
Hold up, Tiffany. Hold up. I got to pull you over for a second too. You said that you went and talked to some folks. You went to 3. What'd you say? 3.
I went to 3 events yesterday. I went to church first. Yep.
3 events, right? Did y'all hear her voice when she was talking about, man, I just walked up there and I just started talking? See, here's the thing. Once you develop, and a lot of you aren't there yet, and it's okay. Once you develop the passion and the love for this, for what we do, you're gonna want to just get in front of as many people as you can and just spread the gospel, meaning transfer the information. Can y'all hear? Tiffany is all gas, no brakes. She's like, look, I'm about this life now. Some people, they think they're in the game, but they're on the field. At least that's a start. But really get in the game. Once you get in the game, it's a different thing. You eat, sleep, and breathe this stuff because you want to get the information out to as many people as you can. So I just wanted to say, Tiffany, I see you vibrating on a whole different level. Your energy is like infectious and contagious at the same time. It don't matter what she says. The thing is, the excitement, people are going to gravitate to her enthusiasm. And that's like that for everybody. Y'all don't have to be perfect. You don't have to pitch a perfect pitch. Just open your mouth and let people feel your vibe and your energy. So I just wanted to say that, Tiffany. So with that being said,
hold on, Chuck. I got one more thing to say. Well, maybe 2. You told us Saturday, don't try to learn all the product knowledge because you will become the help for the team. It doesn't matter if you know the product knowledge at all. Know the basis of the product knowledge because the resources are there. You can contact the people and they're going to finish that application for you and get it approved or get it declined. Also, intimacy. Understand the word of intimacy. If you feel like that's all about having sex, it's not. You have to become intimate with what you do.
Yes.
You have to become very intimate, and being intimate is about everything that you do, because if you're not intimate in what you do, you become bored very fast. And I have been down that road.
I love it.
So that's it.
I hope y'all picking up what she's putting down. I'm going to pass the ball back over to Troy Gandy so I can get ready to take some